Joe Murdock, and in our class today, we'll be focusing on waking up your back body. And when I say back body, I don't just mean the back, torso, and spine. I mean all the way from the back of ankles to the back of your head. Okay? So slowly make your way down. Let's find early Shavasana on our mats. The invitation is to take your legs a little bit wider than the mat. And then as you roll back and down, take the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. So we end up looking like a really big starfish. Start to just acknowledge the breath as you find connection with the ground and the back body. In order for us to wake it up, move it, we have to acknowledge it. And what better way than to lay flat, take a couple deep breaths, notice the connection between the muscles, the mat, the floor. Noticing the consistent support that you have here, so that we can create that once we stand up and move. Wherever you are, take a big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Two more times. Inhale. Nice. Final time, filling belly, lungs, and chest. Great. Slowly start to open your eyes and walk your legs back onto your yoga mat. Bring them right through center. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Your hands will interlace around your shin. And the invitation here is to press down through your left heel so that stays on the mat. Lift your torso, rounding your back body. Maybe your face and your knee get really, really close here, okay? Stay here as you pull your navel down to the mat and take a couple of ankle circles to the right and to the left. Try to soften the neck, the muscles around the neck, in the neck. You might reach your chin towards your knee instead of your forehead if you're finding that the breath and the flow is a little constricted. One more breath in. Slowly lay down and release, right leg back to the mat. Breath out. Okay. Nice. Left side, go ahead and pull your leg in towards the chest. Interlace the hands around the left shin. Right heel presses down. Big breath in as you lift, finding that round on the other side. Good. And so I want to name it now since we're in the work, but whenever you're talking about your back body, you're also talking about your core. Okay, they work with one another, they rely on one another, and so in order for us to really find mobility and strength for back body as we wake it up, we're going to need the core. Take another breath in. Good. Big breath out as you release and lay back down. Good. Keep the left knee bent, but bring your foot flat to the mat, and then add the right leg. The legs are going to be hip distance apart, or maybe as wide as your yoga mat. Toes are at 10 and 2 o'clock. Walk your heels a little closer to your butt. Press your palms into the ground next to your hips. Walk your shoulder blades together. Press into your feet. Lift your hips for bridge pose. Staying here. So now we feel the upper back really connected and pressing down into the earth, into the ground, as well as the bottoms of our feet. This is strengthening, waking up our glutes, hamstrings. Stay. The body may start to shiver here a little bit. That's okay. Breathing into the legs, breathing into the hands, the palms, the shoulder blades. One more breath. Exhale, slowly lower and see if you can unravel upper back, middle back, lower back, booty. Nice. Knees come back to chest. Both arms wrap around your shins this time. Big hug, big squeeze as you round your back body for the third time. Taking everything in towards your midline. Good. Releasing the grip. Hands come to the back of legs. Rock the length of your mat. So now we're giving an active massage up and down the spine. It's not really about momentum here. It's really about the massage. So take your time. Ooh, maybe take about 2 more. Bring yourself up to sit. You can stay to the top of your mat. I'm gonna face to the side so you can see me. Bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Find your sits bone, sit up tall, okay? Good. So we started to wake up. Ooh. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Let's keep going. Once you find your seat, extend your legs out into a straddle. Like I said, you can stay at the top of your mat so the feet will be off the mat. You can also turn to the side if you want to stay on your mat like myself. I just want to face you. From here, hands will come to yoga mat in front of you, tenting up on your fingertips. You're leaning forward ever so slightly, and in this straddle that you can sustain so you can breathe, you feel a stretch, but you're not rounding or waiting for this to be over. You're confident in it. You are breathing in it. Cat-cow. Round your back body, drop your head. Send your heart forward. Maybe bend the elbows as those pull back. Keeping the ankles flexed so toes are looking up to the ceiling. Finding that inhale and exhale that corresponds with your movement. And so we continue to focus on the spine, the torso, back body, but the back of the legs here as well in this straddle. Take one more cat-cow. Coming back to neutral, sitting up tall. Okay. Right hand's gonna come to the inside of your right leg, maybe by your thigh, your knee, or your shin. You see where you land. Left arm reaches up and over for a side stretch. Now I'm gonna lower my right elbow to the inside of my thigh as well to give me some support, but you might find that just your right hand is enough here. Keep pressing your left hip and sits bone down to the mat. Can the left fingers reach another centimeter? I think so. Find it, reach for it, lengthen, lift your chin. Good. Turn the torso. Turn this into a forward fold over the right thigh, knee, and shin. Again, staying on hands or maybe coming down to your elbows. One more breath here. Slowly roll yourself up, coming back to center. Other side, right hand reaches up and over, left hand on the inside, maybe left elbow as you find the length of this side stretch that feels good for you, that works for you. Whew. And while this is side body activation, we're also getting into the back of the legs here, okay? So all of these shapes are familiar. You've been doing them. You may be familiar with them, and they support the back body, waking it up. Stay here for another breath in. On the breath out, turn, and let's find a forward fold over the left thigh, knee, and shin. Very nice. One more breath in. And out. Good. Slowly walk yourself up. All right, hands come behind you, right leg to center, left leg to center, seated, legs long in front of you, still flexing at the ankles, reaching up, up, up. Gentle forward fold. Once more for the back of the legs. Oof. Feel free to bend your knees any amount. See if you can relax the face, the shoulders, the jaw. Good. A lot of the tension we may find in our shoulders, okay, or just the upper back area is not necessarily coming from the shoulders and upper back. It could be because the back of the legs, even all the way by the calf and the Achilles, need to be stretched. So this back body class is really helpful with a lot of things that you might be feeling and not realizing that it's actually something else pulling because it's a little too tight all the way up the back body. Slowly lift yourself up and out of that forward fold. Hands come to top of your mat, swing your legs around behind you, hands and knees tabletop. Tuck your toes when you arrive. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. It's a gentle down dog. The knees are bent, 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 and then pedal your heels right, left, left, right. Down dog is a delicious, delicious back of the leg stretch. A few more moments here. You might wag your tail. Good. Start to find some stillness and take a breath in as you lift your right leg up for 3-leg down dog. Press your left heel down into the yoga mat. You'll start to feel that stretch and that lengthen through the back leg. And then kick your right heel up, almost as if you're trying to mimic that sensation by pushing against nothing really. You're creating that stretch. Right foot steps between your thumbs. Keep your feet on separate train tracks. High lunge as you lift your torso, reach your arms. Big capital letter V. Pinky fingers rotate in, shoulders fall down your back. So go ahead and squeeze your shoulder blades here. Pull your right hip back in space, and the left heel is up and off the yoga mat. Take another breath in. Settle in the breath out. Good. Cactus your arms, looking up at the ceiling or starting to find the ceiling. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. Good. Inhale, reach back up, engaging your core. Left foot steps all the way to the top of the mat. Mountain pose for a beat. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Good. Halfway lift, take a breath in. Hands to the mat, walk, step, or jump it back. Plank pose for a beat. Lift your hips, down dog. Other side, left leg lifts, right heel presses down. So stay here. Take a second to feel that stretch. Left heel kicks up, and again, finding the same sensation, but you're doing it on your own. So pushing up and down at the same time. On the exhale, step left foot between your thumbs, separate train tracks, okay? Engaging your core, go ahead and stand yourself up, high lunge. Big V, pinkies rotate in. Pull your left hip back in space, settle a little bit more. Ooh. So let's name it. We're squeezing the shoulder blades, back body. You're pressing through your right heel in that high lunge, but it's not touching, back body. And you're engaging your core here, which is strengthening your low back body. Beautiful. Full breath in. Palms forward, bend your elbows, take cactus. Maybe you find the ceiling, maybe you're looking at it, maybe you're bending the left knee a little bit more. Come back to center. Whew. Big step, right foot to the top of the mat, mountain pose. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. This time, stay. Walk your feet heel toe a little wider than the hips. Bend the knees, settle your belly right in between your thighs. Grab opposite elbows, ragdoll. Let the head heavy. Allow yourself to swing, to sway. Full breath in and out. Amazing. Can you bend the knees a little bit deeper? You'll be surprised how much more the hamstrings stretch when the knees are slightly bent. Ooh. And again, you might find a little bit of vibration happening in the legs and the thighs. You're doing it right. Good. Drop the arms on the next exhale. This time, interlace your hands behind your head. The invitation is to roll up with your chin to your chest a little bit here, okay? So we're not trying to crank down or anything like that, but we do want to open up the back body as we rise. So bend the knees, drop the booty, start to engage the core. Roll yourself up little by little, nice and slow. Ooh. Head is the last thing to lift. And when you arrive at the top, open the arms back up. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Drop the arms down to the side. Good. Swing your arms right to left, left to right, finding a little bit of mobility and movement. Knees are bent. Maybe close your eyes here. Okay. Swinging the arms out. Maybe they tap the sides of the legs or low belly, back body, kidneys. Take another inhale. Another exhale. Find stillness. Standing back tall. All right, let's make our way down to the mat one more time. Take a breath in. Swan dive forward, bend your knees, plant your palms, sit down. Hands can walk behind you for support. And then once your hips and booty find the mat, walk the hands back out. Keep the fingertips facing top of the mat, windshield wipers. Right, left, right, and left. Two more. Coming back to center. Very, very nice. We'll finish up in a seated forward fold. This time, couple of options, right? So please choose one that feels best. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together. We'll take our forward fold there. You can also fire log. Left leg underneath, right ankle to left knee, and then right knee, left ankle. You might have some space here, so if it's in reach, a blanket or a yoga block can go right underneath and in between, okay? So folks with bottoms of the feet together, you're gonna be there a little longer, so get comfy. Fire log folks, we're gonna switch so we can get the other leg. Take a breath in, both arms reach. Take a breath out, forward fold, any amount. We're not here too long. Just finishing out with the butt, outer hip, and a little bit of a bow as you bring chin to chest. As I mentioned before, so many of the shapes that we practice normally in asana, they strengthen and stretch the back body. You just have to focus in on it. And back body is just as important as the front, even though we don't see it in the mirror that often. But without one, you cannot have the other. Strong back body allows you to walk into spaces confidently, rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, leading with your chin, your heart. And that happens also because the core is present and supporting. Friends with bottoms of feet together, stay. If you're in fire log with right leg on top, slowly come up. Ooh, switch it out. Right leg on the bottom this time, left leg on top. Different legs, different sides, so be gentle. Take another breath in and another breath out. Always check in if something on the front half doesn't feel right. What's the back half giving? They inform each other. And vice versa. Something on the back feels pretty tight. What's going on in the front? No matter where you are, bottoms of feet together or left leg on top. Bring the chin to chest. Take one more inhale. Stay where you are. Exhale, can you melt a little deeper? Slowly bring yourself up. Oof, and we'll exit out of fire log. Friends, you can keep the bottoms of your feet together if you'd like, or you can swing onto your shins. I'll leave that comfortable seat up to you. We'll seal our practice right here. Take a full breath in, visualizing what the back body looked like during our time together, opening, stretching, strengthening, moving, bending. And then take a second to say thank you. Maybe out loud, whisper, or say it to yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Family, thank you for spending time with me today, spending time with your back body. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next class very, very soon. My name is Jo Murdock, and so it is.